guys, welcome back to another week of Mortgage Matters in Minutes. I'm your host and owner of Mortgage Specialist Brent Rasmussen. So today's our 142nd episode, and a very, very important one because we see the challenges in the real estate market in every community and every part of the city here in Omaha area and suburbs. And the question has been coming up often. Why do I need a realtor? Do I need one? There's rumors of all these different things that are occurring. So today we've talked about this in episode 75, but it's going to be a refresher here today for our clients and anyone out there that thinks, okay, I can do this on my own. So today, why you do need a realtor when buying a home. I would suggest to anyone, anything that they do to hire a professional because we've all been there as first time buyers, or we all try to do work on our cars or our houses and things don't go as well as planned. And I would suggest that thinking about what you do as a profession and suggest if I try to do your job without your education, experience, knowledge, would I be very successful? And I can tell you, no, I wouldn't be. I would do my best, but there'd be lots of steps that I would miss for whatever you do for a job, whether it's a nurse or whether it's a, landscaper or whether it's a plumber, or electrician or engineer, whatever the case may be, is you have your knowledge and your experience that goes well above and beyond what I would know just from not doing something. So today we're going to talk about the importance of hiring a realtor and why you should, because there's lots of steps and legalities along the way that you can get into problems with. If you do go for a for sale by owner, a lot of times we've seen clients do this, and I can suggest to you at the end, they are very upset with the process because sellers don't know all the things that need to be done, from contracts to inspections to timing to if something happens along the way, like we've seen here locally, storms happening or something happens with the property with an insurance claim. Who's responsible for what? How does it all go down? And when you're involved with the for sale by owner transaction, I know for a fact the seller's not going to know. I've also seen clients say, well, I'll call my attorney and my attorney will help with the paperwork. Well, you're right. An attorney will help with the paperwork, but they're not always familiar with what happens throughout the process. And all the attorneys I work with, they've had their own realtor because they understand the contract piece, but they don't always necessarily know what happens along the way with everything else. So, what are some of the benefits of using or hiring a realtor? One is time management and less stress. Obviously, this process is very stressful. I know many people are very excited to purchase their first home and really just want to go purchase it like they go to the grocery store and pick up a bag of green beans. And it's not that simple and it's not that easy. I see most clients at the end of the process just be fatigued because of the time and energy it takes to go out and see properties, be excited at first and then discouraged after it might not be what they want or it's not in the right shape that they need it to be or whatever the case may happen. Pictures online make every property look amazing, but it's not always the case when you actually get to the property itself. Agents are going to help you to get the most out of your house. They're going to represent you to look after little things that you will not know. While you're viewing the house, they're going to check out things and notice if something might look or is off compared to other properties they've seen. There's also networking advantages realtors have in regards to contacting other real estate professionals and knowing when houses are coming up on the market. And the good ones go fast. The good ones that are taken care of, that are maintained, that are upgraded, that are clean, those properties sell very quickly. And so if you're not one of the first persons to that property, it might not be available for you to put a contract in on or to purchase itself. Many buyers would always think, well, seller's always desperate and the seller will take a low ball offer. We are not still seeing that happening. Will it happen? Sure. Could it happen? Yes. But we are not seeing that happening currently, but markets always change up and down. Realtors also communicate throughout the entire process between paperwork and timeframes and legalities and contracts and home inspections, appraisals. And the biggest one we've seen lately here is insurance claims. With different storms and hail and wind, there's lots of property damage, and that comes with different risks and different legalities that can happen along the way. Realtors also have insurance protection. that allows for errors and omissions insurance. But they also have a knack to have professionals around them, such as mortgage professionals. We work with hundreds of real estate agents in this town. I can suggest, just like in any industry, there's great ones and there's not so great ones. I can say the same thing about mortgage professionals. There's great ones and there's not so great ones. And realtors also have people around them, like contractors, CPA accountants, knowing the appraisers, knowing the home inspectors, knowing different people, plumbers, electricians, roofers, and even engineers to get the job done at the end of the day, which is really a 30 to 45-day process. A lot of legalities have to happen along the way. So we can go on and on and on about all the pros and the cons. I can give you tons of examples of being at closing where people hired a what I could say professional realtor or non-experienced realtor, or went for sale by owner and were completely discouraged. I can give you clients' names that would never for sale by owner ever again because of the problems and issues they've been through. Real estate is hard enough. Why try to do it on your own? But I would also suggest to you, when you are meeting with your real estate agent or realtor, ask their questions of their experience. How long they've been in the industry? How many transactions do they do? Are they full time? Are they available, when you need them? Who mentored them? How long have they been doing real estate? Get to the bottom of their experience, because a lot of people have just used their friend, their cousin, their sister in law with nearly no experience. And it goes to show, at the end of the day, just because you have a real estate license doesn't always make you a professional. Just because you're a doctor doesn't mean you're the best doctor. Okay. Just because you're a mortgage loan officer and I have a title and a license to withhold doesn't mean I'm always a professional and the best that there is. Can I say we are? Sure, I can joke and say we're the best, and we have the professionalism that is desired among our clients for experience, knowledge, expertise. But the same goes with any professional you hire. Do your background checks and looking up online, looking at reviews, contacting those people that use that realtor, ask them what their experience is like. I can always suggest to you to hire a real estate professional, hire a realtor. They will make things much easier, whether you're buying or you're selling, to make sure you get the most out of your property and also get you the most access to the most amount of properties that exist. This, again, is just my experience of why a realtor should be hired, because there's lots of other reasons realtors can give you for why they are great at what they do. But I'm just giving you a mortgage loan officer's perspective of why we see it so important. We've seen clients not use real estate agents, and it's a complete, utter nightmare. I'm Brent Rasmussen, owner of Mortgage Specialists. Thank you for checking us out. Please like, subscribe, and continue to watch our videos each and every week. We're always here to help guide you, answer questions, and educate. So don't be afraid to reach out anytime at 402-991-5153, or check us out on our website at mtg-specialist.com. Have a great rest of your week. Mortgage Specialists. Driven, trusted, reliable.